Welcome to Nerdarchy. For nerds, by nerds, I'm Nerdarchist Dave, and as usual, I'm hanging out with this nerd.
Nerdarchist Ted.
If you want more D&D discussions, make sure you hit that subscribe button.
And if you want to see Nerdarchy populate in your YouTube feed, you might want to attune to that notification bell so you don't miss a single video.
All right, you're probably tired of hearing us say it. We're kind of tired of doing it and saying it, but this is our Dungeons and Social Distancing format where me and Ted shoot virtually. We are not together. As soon as all the madness and the apocalypse ends, we'll be back to our normally scheduled way of shooting these videos, this normal format. Until then, we're just trying to stay safe, and we want you to stay safe as well. With that, we're going to jump into our normally scheduled content, and today we are going to be talking about, is this the death of the D&D miniature, which this video is brought to you by our sponsor, Campfire Technologies. It's an authoring and world building tool.
So it's a perfect thing if you are disorganized like I am when you're trying to put your notes together. It's got a whole format that allows you to design your story, and you can overcome disorganization by going through the different steps, whether you're looking at character, plot, world building. All of these advanced techniques are going to allow you to just streamline. It'll ask you the great questions. And with that, you'll be able to get in and really build out your world, build out the story that you're trying to tell.
Now, if you're not sure if this is a piece of software or technology you want to incorporate into your authoring or world building, which it's great for building encyclopedias, timelines, putting maps in, characterizations of all of your important characters, you can try it out for 10 days free trial. And then after that, you have an additional 10 days money back guarantee. So for a whopping 20 days, you can check out this piece of software and see if it's the right fit for you. We have a link down in the description below.
All right, so Dave, what is this craziness of, is this the death of the D&D mini? That's just absurd. People love minis, myself included. Where is this coming from, sir?
All right, so this kind of goes back to the fact that things have kind of changed, and they may have changed forever. You know, with social distancing, this pandemic, the world's all topsy-turvy right now. It's a little bit crazy. And we're actually playing games differently than we've ever played them before. For some of us, for the first time, you can't meet as a group and play, your D&D game. So those minis are just kind of sitting there collecting dust. And is this video really about minis? It's more about how the world has kind of changed.
All right, that's a bit to swallow, man. But it's still hard to say that the mini is going to go away forever.
Sure, but here's the thing, right? For the first time, we've got people who are gaming online who've never done it before. Some of which may have had trouble finding games in the past, and they're just like, "Oh, I guess I'm not gaming." But that's not even an option. You can't even hunt for games offline right now. So folks are having to break their own inertia and go, okay, well, I want to game. I can't game in person. I guess maybe I'll look at this online thing. So they're coming online for the first time and discovering that they can game from the comfort of their own home, sit in front of their computer. Maybe they're wearing pants. Maybe they're not. We don't even know. The Schrodinger's pants, right? So, with that, are things just going to go back to the same eventually when all this ends? Or are there going to be some lasting effects? I think there are, and they're not all going to be bad. Some of them are going to be kind of good.
All right, so we look at this as not so much the death of the miniature, but the growth of online gaming. And I have to say that, for a long time, we've really been spreading ourselves out. We'll do some in-person gaming, we do some online gaming, and we ask, of the people that we know and we game with, how many people are gaming more, how many people are gaming less.
Yeah, every time I talk to somebody different, and we brought back these weekly live chats, so I'm having a different guests on each day. And a lot of the times I'm finding people are gaming more now than they did. They're running games for new gamers that have never gamed. They're running games for people that have never gamed online. So where people are coming into the hobby. And also too, like just by human nature, breaking our own inertia can be really difficult. So if you are a gamer and you're used to playing in person, but you've never played online, maybe you found that intimidating. But the thing that gets you over that hump is, well, your whole group has decided to do it online, so you can finally get together and have a game. Well, now you've done it, right? And once you do a thing, it's a lot easier to do it again. And you realize, maybe it's not as scary as it was, or maybe you didn't think it would be as fun or as good as gaming in person, but it turns out it can be equally rewarding.
Along those same lines, staying connected with those people that you are close to. If you happen to be like, Dave and myself, that, we find the people that we game with, they're our close personal friends. They're the people that we form connections with. And we get into sometimes these intricate stories with, and to, respect social distancing, you have to stay away, but you shouldn't close those relationships. Gaming online allows you to continue those stories. And, sometimes you might find that you prefer, oh, well, I don't have to worry about packing up a bag, driving over there, driving home when I'm tired, when the game is over. You just, basically turn on your computer, whatever electronic device that you're going to stream from. You play your game, and when the game is over, turn off the device, you're already home. So there's definitely a lot going on there. I know myself, 2 to 3 times a week of gaming for me before this pandemic started would have been considered a lot, because I have, a wife, family, a job besides Nerdarchy. So there's not a huge amount of time. 2 weeks ago, I had 6 games in 4 days, and then I'm going to have, another 4 games in 4 days, coming up, recently. So I'm definitely gaming more. How about you, sir?
Same thing. I find there's a lot more stuff going on, a lot more games. People are connecting. Some people are just like, hey, I'm going to run this game, super casual, pop in if you can. If you can't make it, that's fine. We just want to have something for people to blow off some stress, and maybe there's too much stress and you don't even want a game. So don't worry about missing the session. So I see that going on as well. So now, that being said, right, like maybe minis will go away. Maybe like table accoutrements will go away because we're all gaming online and we realize how easy it is and it's fun, and just a portion of the population will move in that direction. That doesn't mean like we still won't have different tools and doodads and gadgets and gizmos that we bring to our table. It's just different now, right? Because now we have virtual tabletops, and there's also different digital accessories and basically things that you can get online to add to those games and to that experience. So maybe it is changing a little bit. Maybe it will change for minis. Maybe people buy them more for collecting than putting on their table because they've discovered the joys of gaming online. Or maybe you're a person that works a weird shift normally, pre-pandemic and post-pandemic. You're going to go back to that. And what you've discovered is like you can actually game with other people that have the same weird shift as you, or the same weird hours that you have. And it's not weird anymore because it's normal, because you're all doing it. So, so there's going to be a lot of cool things like that coming out of it. I think, and overall, once this all blows over and people go back to playing in person and gaming together, yeah, there will be minis. No one's taking your minis from you. They didn't really die. But what we will find, I think, is more people will be playing more games because they discovered that they can still enjoy the hobby even if they can't all be in the same place.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I feel that, there will be a new norm for sure. And I think that the rise of, more gaming online, that's certainly going to be a thing. There's people who are discovering it and loving it for what it is. I think despite the fact that I want to, be able to game with my friends, I always prefer the in-person games. It definitely seems like you've got a stronger connection when you're all physically in the same room. But, we don't really have that option. We get to see all of these new tools and things that are being developed the further we get into this pandemic. And I have to say that there is definitely more things that are going to arise the longer that this goes on, because adversity breeds creativity. As we're looking for things to do, people are going to be like, oh, well, no one has tried this yet, and no one is doing this. What if we got into it? In this pandemic, I am, shocked at the number of new products that I've seen that are, completely developed, manufactured, and available for sale, specific to opening doors, or getting extra protection for your face or your nose or what have you. They're out there, and it's blown my mind. So I know that there's people working on stuff for our hobby as well.
It's only a matter of time. But hey, did you like this discussion? If you want more D&D discussions, we had a whole playlist you can check up there.
Do you know that we're creating new content for 5th edition for players and DMs alike over on Patreon?
But that's not all. We also do weekly live chats with our patrons. We have monthly giveaways that our patrons are automatically entered to, and more.
So until next time,
Stay
stay
nerdy.
nerdy.